Welcome once again to our daily online devotionals as we continue our journey beyond questions through Lent. And the question that is set aside for today is, will you lay down your life for me? A question that Jesus asks in John chapter 13. Will you lay down your life for me? So I want to read you the text from which that question comes. It's out of John chapter 13, beginning with verse 36. Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, where are you going?" Jesus answered, "Where I am going, you cannot follow me now, but you will follow afterward." Peter said to him, "Lord, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." Jesus answered, "Will you lay down your life for me? Very truly, I tell you, before the cock crows, you will have denied me 3 times. Will you lay down your life for me? It's interesting because when you take this question on the surface, if you pull it out of the text and just read it as we list the questions throughout this journey, will you lay down your life for me? On the surface, it looks like Jesus is asking, are you that dedicated to me? Are you willing to give up your life for me? And but when you listen to it in the text, I'm not sure that's what's going on here. Our book that we've been using, the Book of Faith, Lenten Journey Beyond Question, that book tends to take it on its surface, the question on its surface, in the way of thinking, will you lay down your life for Jesus? Will you offer your life for Jesus? But I think in the context of the reading, what Jesus is actually asking is almost rhetorical, in the sense that he knows better. He says, Peter says immediately before that, "I will lay down my life for you." And Jesus says, "Will you lay down your life for me? Are you sure? Because before the cock crows, you will have denied me 3 times." Which is kind of a calling out to a degree. It's I think we often have these situations in life where, in relationships, we'll say things or we'll think things through, and somebody mentions something that you've done to offend them or something like that, and we'll say in response, "I will never do that again." When in reality, we're human and we probably will do that again. It's good to be aware of, but we probably will. And especially, I think, as children, there's all these extremes that we live in at certain ages that really, go overboard, almost overcommit. "I will never do this again, ever, ever, ever." And it's like, well, yeah, the reality is you will. And I think part of that is Jesus, in a sense, calling Peter to humility, calling Peter to recognize his own limits and understand what he's capable of, and the reality of his human condition. And when we learn that lesson of humility, there's some vulnerability that comes with that, and ultimately, I think we can live more authentically into our discipleship once we recognize our own limitations. And Jesus is, I think, at least as I read it, trying to point Peter in the direction of humility, of understanding what his capacities are, and living more authentically into those. So again, for what that's worth, those are my thoughts about this question. Will you give up your life for me? Will you lay down your life for me? I wish you many blessings, and I hope these questions are leading you to explore the scriptures and the stories of and the words of Jesus in different ways, perhaps, than you've heard them before. It's certainly doing that for me. So, continued Lenten blessings to you, and have a great day.